Just do it. The Nike slogan. Like, what are you waiting on? Like, execution is key. Like, a lot of times we sit around and we have these ideas or we have these voices that we want to be heard, and we're sitting around waiting for people to put us in position. Why? When you can just do it yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's first and only Nipsey Hussle wax figure.
I'll ask you a question while they taking it in.
So this took 9 months.
I got you. You gonna be by here, right? All right, cool.
I'm here.
What's that?
Tim, I got a quick question for you. Can I talk to you quick? Okay, so when it comes to racing, what I do is
You had a deal on the table worth more than 100K, like probably like $500,000 or something, right? When Hussle didn't want to take it, he was like, at the time, y'all could have used that money. You had some issues in the streets, and you didn't understand why he didn't want to do it, but you realized that later on, right? So talk about that, because sometimes not actually taking the money is the long game that's actually more beneficial.
100%. I think, it was a lot going on, and we was kind of, front line and get into it. And so he's like, man, we need this bread, bro. It was an opportunity. He's like, man, we need to get the bread right, get the infrastructure right, be in the hood. But at the end of the day, Hussle was like, nah, I want to make sure that even though we couldn't use the bread right now, let's just keep going. I want to make sure when we do get this next situation, it's a situation in a label deal, and it's for the whole team. For you guys who've been working with me and building, I want to make sure that it's a straight situation through all money in. And the team didn't fully understand it then, but I think when he was able to do it, and he was able to, like you said, give the credit to the label, to himself, and to the people that was working with him, I know for sure we were appreciative of it, and I think he was really happy that he was able to do that for the team. So to your point, sometimes whatever the bread is, sometimes your integrity and your morals and your goals gonna stop you from me. I think definitely from Hussle, just him always educating himself, always being demanding us to educate ourselves. I remember, I came back and was like, man, I'm not getting no email. Bro just drilled me. You gotta get an email. What are you talking about? I had a flip phone. What? Yeah, I'm like, man, what? He like, bro, stop. And I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Okay, let me get an email. So just making us read the books and showing us the vision, and even teaming up with JP, and him and JP going back and forth on branding and how important photography was to make sure that, he presents the image, his image, not what people think, and just us sitting back and soaking up game, and then Hussle just, being very big on any new innovation, educating himself. As soon as he hear about it, he dive in. You won't see him for 2-3 days, binge, books, order, and then he come back and give it to us. So we catching the game by default, even if we don't want to. He's force feeding it, and when you see him implement it, then I think it makes anybody around him say, oh, okay, this is what works. You know, you gotta always, it's not just like at one point you're gonna be okay. You gotta always keep learning and educating and elevating and trying new things, and really don't be afraid to try. So, hustle, you know, I gotta give it all to hustle, and just not only him talking, just him showing it, and then the team, you know, following and seeing that it works. I think once you see something work, you really get charged up. And, you know, if you're a hustler, or if you've really been adamant about wanting your shot, once you see it working, you just go gas. And, you know, like I see you guys, man, I see y'all elevating every time. And, you know, these crowds, so, you know, you can tell when somebody really is hungry and wanting. Original vision is just entrepreneurship, and really from hustle, just really believing in himself and charging me up and the team up, anybody who was around, bro, like, man, we can do this. And from that, obviously when you have any type of success, on whatever level, you start believing in it, your little small victories start turning bigger, and really just finding the blueprint, and then anybody that's in Hustle's team wanted to add value, so figuring out how we can add value to what bro is doing, and just, you know, trying to build the team up to kind of like ping pong off of each other. So I would say just, you know, just by any means necessary, trying to, you know, get the funds to finance the dream. And for us, it was easy because we all 100% believed in Hustle and believed in the vision. So we was just ready.
Well, location number 2 right now is operational as a boutique store. It's a 2-level building in the Melrose La Brea area, about 6,000 square feet. First floor is going to be brand new store, you know, with all the bells and whistles. Got a couple surprises in there. They're part of the Hustle's original vision for store number 2. As far as the second level is concerned, right now that's with our Marathon rooftop and also the Marathon store, which is a boutique store everybody can shop at. You guys, you know, stop by LA, definitely, you know, make your rounds to Marathon rooftop. But as far as scaling, I mean, new businesses, we got getting into the restaurant and hospitality business with Marathon Burger, which is pretty exciting. You know, we've been working with some pretty prominent chefs in LA to help develop the menu and develop recipes. So we're zeroing in on a really promising location that just so happens to be in close proximity, you know, to the new clothing store. So we got some things up our sleeve, and I mean, it's all doing part to Hustle's vision. And I mean, it's just so many things that it's hard to explain. Like you can't take any type of credit. A lot of this stuff, I mean, whatever your denomination might be, it's there's something divine, you know, that's intervening and that's placing all of these things, you know, in our path. And by the grace of God, you know, we're able to collectively as a team push forward and make things happen.
We went to Egypt, and the reason why that Egyptian civilization has carried on so long is because they built monuments to themselves, right? That's important. And when you go to, you know, the Louvre, which is the largest museum in the world,